All right, folks, I want to tell you about it's ghost story, more like a poltergeist story. This happened way back in 1878. This is going to take a few parts. It's quite an intriguing but a bit long story, and this occurred in Amherst, Nova Scotia, and it could be considered as Canada's most famous poltergeist, and it is known as the Great Amherst Mystery, and it evolves around a 14-year-old girl named Esther Cox. And, well, she lived at a cottage in Amherst, and there she lived in a house with Olive, the mother, and Daniel Teed, her husband, who owned the cottage. Then they had two young boys, Dan's two young boys, Willie and George, 5 and 1. Dan's brother, John. This had a pretty big household. Esther's brother, or Esther and Olive's brother, William, and the Cox siblings, 20-year-old sister, Jane. So quite a blended family there. And, well, Esther was believed to be a bit of a strange girl. She was premature, small baby, and her mother died shortly after her birth, so not, great conditions to start off. But she went on and grew up and was 14, and then in the summer of 1878, a man named Barb McNeil was a co-worker of Daniel, and well, she had a crush on him, and McNeil asked her to go on a ride in her carriage into the country, and they rode out into the country, and then suddenly he pulled a gun from his pocket, ordered the girl to get out of the carriage. Who knows what would have happened if she did, but luckily she refused, and all of a sudden a carriage sound came from behind them, and old Bob had to jump back in the carriage and took her back home to the Teed College, where, well, she went to her room and cried herself to sleep. Well, she never told her family members about that, but who knows if this was the reason why the poltergeist activities started, and I will be telling you those poltergeist activities in the next few parts of this story.